Yeah, it looks like this is that failed attempt to break through resistance that would look like we were going to break through. Possibly. But at the close here, we should have a notable move higher, and that's a trade opportunity. I think probably this is the resistance that will test, will fail to break through. Let me see. Yeah. So that resistance right there, it looks like. So we'll fail to break through it, and then at the close, we should break through it. So like, we'll test it, decline, and then break through it right around the close. And that move through it is that opportunity to close out of a long position. Three nullified cards on Monday. Yikes. If you're new to the channel, nullified means that these significator cards don't have a relationship to the timeline cards, making it difficult to determine the timing of things like what these significators signify. So like the high, trade opportunity, and the overall theme are all nullified. Excuse me, my friends. Please ask any questions you like. We're doing free questions between 3 and 4 p.m. Eastern Time. The main channel that we do this on is YouTube, Tarot for Traders on YouTube. We have almost 3,000 videos there. We predict the S&P 500 by the day. But check us out. Feel free to ask away. Right, so look for the break through this price level here. That was the trade. And then there was opportunity there. I think I probably missed that. That was opportunity to open up a long to close there at the close. Would have been like another day trade if I attempted. But I think overall, guys, we're gonna move to the downside when I look at the monthly. At the close, big move higher, and then over the weekend we should have a drop. Yeah, over the weekend we should have a drop, and there's a significant trade opportunity there. You might even, I would consider opening up a short position in SPY at the close, because this pink outline here is indicating full card energy, which is really improbable and unlikely opportunity that takes place. Yeah, okay, so I wonder if my YouTube is working right now. Sorry guys, bear with me a sec. I just gotta make sure my YouTube is working. Hey, it was luck. Weird. Your message didn't show up on YouTube, but it shows up on multi-stream. That's really strange. Again, if you're just hopping on, we're live every stock market trading day, I should say, between 3 and 4 p.m. Eastern. Usually hop on around 3:20. We're a little bit earlier today, but free questions, stock market, crypto related. You can ask anything really, but I have a specialty in that department. So weird. It's not showing me any like. It's my YouTube chat isn't like showing me anybody. Showing me one person. This is so weird. There's more than that on here. All right, I'm going to log back on. This is ridiculous. I'm going to log right... Oh, there we go. Now it's working. What the heck? Hey, it was luck. That's why I always say, like, never trade like next day options, or I always want to avoid trading options that expire within a week's time, just in case it happens to be one of the times I'm wrong. There's usually another opportunity for me to be right and get out for a profit. But if I just do like expiration for the same day or the next day, the kind of pressure that puts into your mind really makes it very difficult to trade reliably. I avoid it at all costs, really. Hey, Robert. Feel free to ask any questions, my friends. I wonder why I don't see like messages on TikTok. It's weird. So, matter of fact, this might have been it right here. Based on, what is it? It's 3:20 now? Yeah, I think this was probably it. So I'm going to move this here. This was the failed attempt to break resistance. Followed by, there should be a decline through key support. And this would be that key support, most likely right here, that will decline through. But we should see a move. Like, I wouldn't get scared out if you're still in a long position. We should see a pretty notable move to the upside there, right around the close. I see it on both the monthly and the daily. But use that opportunity. That move will probably break through this price level. Maybe even this one will probably break through it. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to leave that there because we're going to break through this price level. That's what I was indicating. So when we break through that, that's when I would look to close a long position and open up a short position for an over the weekend kind of drop. I would close the short position roughly between 10 and 11 most likely. There's a low there. And it's a cross-shooting congruency. So we've got this low on the 12th. The low card on the 12th is a virtue card. It appears here, indicating very, very strong indication. It's not always the case, but pretty reliable indication that this low here is going to be lower than any of the lows here on the 12th, based on that kind of combo. That's how I usually read when I see something like that. That's usually how I'll read it. You were thinking about opening an XSP put here? Are we dipping from here? XSP. Yeah, it looks like we're selling off from here, from roughly this peak here on XSP. Hey AV, can I guide on SOUN for the next couple of months? That looks very toppy to me. Very toppy. So July we have like a U-shaped dip that'll, let me see. There's probably like a U-shaped dip here. August is a fast sudden move higher on a multi-day scale. Let me do that over. September's kind of like equal amounts of bulls and bear inflow and outflow. It should be a pretty mixed month, September. Hermes is taking a nap. He's doing well. We had a trade on the alerts. We did a trade in Boeing today. What was it? $12.51. I said open bullish position now. A little bit late, but boom, we went all the way up here. And I advise to close right around a notable move here just after 3. I think the fact that it didn't happen yet, I would wait for it. I think we've got a bit of a move to go here. Well, matter of fact, you know what? I would take the profits right here. It probably goes higher, but why risk it? You know, like it's always a good habit if you're questioning whether or not to take profits. Forget about like leaving some on the table. Who gives a crap? A successful trade is about getting in and out, getting in at a low price, getting out at a high price, and making money while doing that. Like it's not about the max gain every single time. It's very unrealistic. That's scarcity mentality, and it will lead to losses more often than not. You're gonna regret not doing that, taking the profits early. I just did a one-on-one session with somebody who's like killing it, and they mentioned to me, I mean, they killed it. They like made like $1 million in like a year. So they were like, I think I always exit too early, and I stopped them and I said, there's a direct relationship between the fact that you are killing it in the market and the fact that you take your profits too early and leave money on the table. There's a direct relationship. You will make more money by not going for the max gain. When you have that question, is this where I should exit? Exit. You got a profit, take it. You can always do it again. To think that like you don't have another opportunity is scarcity mentality, you know? This type of stuff, guys, it really does impact trading. It's trading is so much. I mean, I was right about the market so many times and still lost money because I like had the crappiest mentality. Like I had to change my whole way of thinking before I started making money, even though I knew ups and downs and all that. I mean, it's just because there's so many things in between that can create doubt and fear and things like that. Yeah, it's there in the stock alerts channel. You don't see it? It was posted at 11:11 a.m. and then again at 12:51. Feel free, guys, to subscribe to our channel. Our main channel is YouTube, Tarot for Traders on YouTube. If you want priority answers on these live streams, you can join, show some support to the channel. $50 a month gets you priority answers. The $150 a month gets you members only live streams. Oh, and I've got another special offer I'm going to throw up for people at some point in not too distant future on this live session. I'll let you guys know about it. That's strange. So, wow. It's got to be a bug. Did you see the Tesla one yesterday? It was luck. There was a Tesla trade. That was solid. That was super solid. I mean, people are definitely making money with this information. I just don't understand why it's so difficult for people to just like go and look. Like you don't know everything. Stop thinking you do. You don't know everything. Like things are possible that you think impossible, and you're limiting your reality. You're limiting your life experience because you're too like hubristic about your intelligence and knowledge of the world. Like, yeah, you might have got like a sick ass degree and really smart and do really well. That does not mean that you know everything. Go look at the channel, stop being a cynic, and see that there's 2,700 videos there, and we predict the S&P 500 by the hour every single day. How am I doing this 3 years later? I'm still doing it. How am I doing that if it can't be done? So go look at the channel. Stop being a wise guy. My God. I don't understand it. It's like, the smarter you are, the thicker the head, it seems like, you know? Or the thicker the skull, I should say. Interesting. So, it was like I would message Sarah on Discord and let her know you're not getting any alerts for the stock stuff. Wait, let me see. What's your username on there on Discord? Was it wrong again or something like that? Oof. Okay, so this is where we're gonna see it. We should see a turnaround relatively soon. But this is that drop. So we had this failed attempt at resistance, and it looked like we were gonna break through based on this. This is very good. This is a very good example of the disappointment card, right? We had this failed attempt to break through resistance, but this was all bullish, and the chart behavior would lead you to believe we were going to break through that price level, but instead we have this failed attempt, and we turn around and we break down through key support, which was in fact that 562.63 that I had mentioned at the beginning of the hour. Now this is where you could, I mean, it would be pretty risky, but you might be able to pull off a long scalp here and close it, like right at the close. I wouldn't risk it. I would just wait for this notable move to the upside to break through the purple line here, which is 563.63. When we break through that, probably go a bit higher, but when we break through that, that's when I'd want to exit. Exit from long positions and open up shorts. Yeah, that's weird. You're in it. That's weird. You're in it. Yeah, I would say message Sarah, and then later on I'll circle back and see if it's been handled. If it hasn't been handled, I'll work on it for you. It was luck. I'm glad I mentioned it. Yeah, see, we're already doing this turnaround. Well, we might go a little lower, but we do turn around. I think we probably turn around here. What is it? 330? Yeah, probably right around here. We continue higher. And if I'm wrong, we go a little bit lower. We'll still move to the upside before the close. So guys, I mentioned a couple of different services, like the one-on-ones. People probably don't know about it because I don't mention it very often, but we do have one-on-one sessions. Our services, private sessions. We do 60-minute, we do a 90-minute. It's pretty cool when people do that because I get to know them a bit too. Oh, let's do that special offer. All right, so it's tarotfortraders.com, and you can't navigate to this through the website. You have to type it in. It's tarotfortraders.com/multi-5-offer. And this will get you to this special offer, which is 5 multi-year readings, so 5 different tickers of crypto. We do a multi-year reading for you for 500. Select the year, or the decade, I should say, and the 5 tickers here. Can I guide on XLK for Monday and Tuesday? More overall bullish or bearish based on current price? So you mean, will it be higher or lower than the current price? Because more bullish or bearish isn't the same question, FYI. All right, so Monday and Tuesday. So Monday, I think, will be lower and higher. And then we have a similar kind of energy on Tuesday where we start with a decline, but it turns into a big move to the upside, starting out of the decline from the bottom of the range to the top of the range. What do I have, Robert? You said you got this. I don't know what you're referring to. Was also thinking about going short on HD here. Can you guide on HD or HK? I think you probably meant HD. Based on the technicals, I mean, you could open up like a partial short here, but it's a little risky. I think it would be better to wait for the RSI to break 70. That would be a more definitive kind of, like, from a technical standpoint, a more reliable indication of when to do it. But let's see what the cards say here. Uh, hmm. All right, let's see. I'll be higher on Monday, and we have a mixed kind of behavior on Tuesday, but probably at a higher price level. Looks like we're going to go into a higher like a higher peak before we turn around here. But this would be a good peak when we turn around. Like when we meet the top of this peak, it would be a good place to exit. I think they might have shadow banned me on YouTube. I don't know why they would do that. You think we would have like some negative comments or something if we weren't doing good for people, you know? Like, but like we were doing like in March we were doing like 3 a day, 3 new subscribers a day, and like we froze this week. Like it slowed down, and like this week we've actually like frozen. It's really weird. And we haven't changed anything. Like, so this has got to be like something on YouTube's end. It's really frustrating. I stopped posting on TikTok for about a year because they shadow banned me, and I thought it was the most offensive thing because the amount of work that I put forth into this stuff, and to have somebody just shadow ban you and not even tell you that they're working against you to keep you from growing, and to do it based on something that's totally prejudice. It was so offensive, I just bounced. I was like, fuck that, excuse me. Wasn't gonna do that. Well, that's good, but there's definitely something weird going on. Well, you're a follower as well. That's the thing. You're already a follower, it was luck. So, like, if you're not following me, you probably don't see me, is my sense. I mean, we're like putting trades out that are making people money. We're timing it like really, really well. There's no reason why we should be shrinking rather than growing right now. It's just very strange. We're like owning the market for people, like owning it. So why do we lose 2 subscribers when we were doing 3 a day, like making 3 new subscribers a day for like a couple months straight, you know? Doesn't make any sense. It has to be something on YouTube's part. If they shadow ban me, I'm going to move everything on this channel somewhere else. It's the most, I'm so tired of dealing with people's prejudice. Like, you guys got to understand, prejudice has prevented me from like taking this business and making it a huge success. Prejudice. Because so many people right off the bat think that you're full of crap when you say that you're a medium or you're highly sensitive. They just right away they don't believe it, and they even if you tell them you've got 3,000 videos proving it, it's overwhelming and undeniable evidence. They're so smart that they don't even bother to look. And what they do is you get these do-gooders, I call them witch hunters, who see your channel, don't look at any of the comments, and then they just write some negative thing and report you. It's the most offensive thing, but people do it. They really do. Like, just for no reason. They just decide right off the bat, oh, this person needs to be reported. And if that happens enough, they will shadow ban you. Like, it's like a headache, so they'll just shadow ban you, and it's really offensive because they don't take into consideration. It's 100% prejudice. Anybody that wants to argue with me on that, I'll just block you from the channel because, like, it is. I had somebody, like, get pissed on a live because I said that, and they're like, I don't appreciate you saying that that's prejudice. And I was like, are you joking? It's a character trait, and as soon as I tell people it, like 90% of people are like, oh, what a scumbag. He's going to try and steal money from me. He's going to try and impress me to like get in my pants or something like that. I mean, I don't know what they're thinking. All you have to do is go look at the 3,000 posts. Like, it's not difficult. Don't even look at the 3. Look at tomorrow's post, or Monday's post, I should say. It was posted 30 days ago. Like, how hard is that? If you're so smart, you think you'd be smart enough to recognize the possibility of an opportunity. Smart guy. Will GME be move overall bullish or bearish next week? Yeah, it's going to be more bullish. Like when we first started the channel, when we first started charging subscriptions on the website, uh, like out of nowhere, Wix just decides that we're too high risk for them, and they took away our ability to take payments and subscriptions through the website. We had to like track down a high risk person, a high risk bank to do that for us. It's so prejudiced. Like if you're gonna do that, why don't you go look at the content first? Anybody that looks at the content, anybody who's smart enough to look at the content, is gonna come back again and again and again. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. Nobody else does it anywhere. Do I see a downside for Bitcoin tomorrow? Hey, Proof. So we just tapped that. What I was saying is, open up a partial today. Hopefully you did that already. And then tomorrow, if we are lower, which I think we probably will be, that's where I would complete the long position, because you'll be able to close a long position. You could close it on the 15th, the 16th, or the 17th. I would recommend closing it on the 16th. If you have really, really low risk tolerance, close it on the 17th. If you have really, really high risk tolerance, close it on the... Sorry, I always say that 17th because it looks like a 7 to me. But if you have really, really low risk tolerance, close it on the 15th. If you have high risk tolerance, close it on the 17th. But me personally, I would wait until the 16th. I wouldn't wait till the 17th, personally. I know you guys do. You guys are awesome. Appreciate it, Robert. Appreciate it. It was luck. Will INTC and Dell be more overall bullish? Pretty bearish on Monday. We have a bit of a turnaround on Tuesday where we break through a resistance, we stay above it briefly, and then break back down with the full retracement. But then on Wednesday, we have this big move, probably pushing where we break through that resistance. On Wednesday, we probably break through that and continue much higher, pushing the upper end of a range higher. And that's for INTC. Oh, I got to turn this fan down, guys. Sorry. Oh, freaking freezing. I had my AC on the whole time. It's so loud. Apologize. All right, so Dell, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Yeah, okay, so Monday's looking pretty dark for Dell, but it should be a pretty notable bottom. Looks like on Tuesday we have a notable rally, but it turns over. So there's probably a day trade there on Tuesday where you could open up a long and close a long, or you could open up a short and close a short. Depends on what part of the day you start the trade. But then we have this big move reaching for distant resistance the following day on Wednesday. That was Dell. Will ETH or BTC be more bullish from now? 15th, 16th. Oh, okay. So you want to know if it's better to do a trade in ETC? I mean, it might be. Let's see, but I don't do ETC on a monthly basis. So like, me personally, I would go with Bitcoin based on the fact that I have more information for that. But let's see what it says. No, Bitcoin moves more. You're welcome, Proof. Feel free to ask any questions, my friends. how our near and monocoin look for the rest of July? So near protocol. For the remainder of July. Going to be some volatility there. I probably read that one wrong as well. Well, what we should see is some sideways rotation near the high. Well, matter of fact, this is sideways rotation near the July high right here. This is sideways rotation. That might have been the high right there. It looks like this is actually more of a trough. But by the time we go into August, we should have a pretty notable rally into a high here in the beginning of August. If I'm wrong about that, there's one on the cusp of August, September. But August looks pretty bullish. Huh. Ooh, this one's not so hot. Okay, no, that's pretty solid there. And then it goes awry here in June. Yikes. This portion of the reading is actually a bit off here. Like when we get into June, July, it's well, it's partially accurate in June, but July's not looking so great. And I mean that'll happen occasionally, guys. It's not even if I read it right. Occasionally, because of the nature of fractals and their permutations, there are going to be times where the system doesn't work. It's really, really rare, like really rare, but it happens. It does. And then there's times where I'm just wrong. Like this reading was done. Majority of the reading is accurate, but this one reading was done in February. The amount of 1 years I've done since then even is like ridiculous. Hey, Joe. Oh, ICP, Robert? All right, we nailed that high. Then we thought we would see another one, and we had another high here. It wasn't quite as high, but that's probably what this was indicating. Going into lows here in July. This one's really solid. This is a solid reading. That's more like what we see normally. So the remainder of July, it actually looks kind of erratic, but we end up near a low, and then it looks like the low is on the cusp there. Oh wait, was this for July, August? Let me see. How does it look? Yeah, we're going to be at a low there. We'll be at a year's low at least thus far. We probably see a lower one in November. But this is a pretty significant opportunity when we get into that low. Because we've got this big move from the bottom of a range to the top of a range early in the month. And a trade opportunity at that top of the range, obviously. CNVA and CART next week. More overall bullish or bearish? Haven't skipped anybody, guys. I just thought I'd take care of the priority response people. We're paying for the supporters, paying $50 a month for priority response to help support the channel. If I skipped you, I will come back. Wow, my chat is being so funky today. Oh, wow. Thanks, Joe. Much appreciation, my friend. Much needed right now. Also, guys, if you don't know, we are offering, I didn't put it on the website, but we are offering that ultimate subscription package. I got to get out of, there's some bills I got to pay. Like, I just have to. So we're going to do this, the ultimate subscription package offer one more time. That's the $5,000 package where you get lifetime access to all current subscriptions and all future subscriptions. Last time we offered it, it went in like 6 hours. So that's available, and the way that you would get that is be the first to message me. The first person to message me about it would get it. And there's only one available. It's kind of like an honorary thing because it really helps the channel. And then if you didn't catch the 5 multi-year reading special for 500, so it's, you can't navigate to this page through the website. You have to type it into the URL. And it's tarotfortraders.com/multi-5-offer. Joe, for Boyle, what time frame do you want me to look at it? CNVA. Which I believe is Carvana, right? No, what is this? You're doing OTC? I'm not even sure this is what you mean. Or is it a crypto? It could be a crypto. No. I don't know what the heck it is. Looks like over the OTC stock. So the question is, for next week, overall trend behavior. It's kind of sidewaysy, along a support. Yeah, this sideways rotation that turns more into volatility. It looks like the volatility ends with a move to the upside. And then CART. Boyle. Or well, let me do CART first. Sorry. Overall for next week. It looks like it's kind of sidewaysy there as well, but this one I would probably avoid the CART next week because I got the prudence card. An overview reading for next week? Not really. I mean, excuse me. It looks pretty bullish. Next week looks pretty bullish up until like Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, probably Thursday, and then we fall off like a rock there on the 19th or over the weekend or both. Yeah, it gets pretty ugly here because we're going to enter into Mercury retrograde's influence on the 16th. Usually you have some sort of reversal that takes place around that time. Not always. But what you can count on it is increased volatility. All right, so for Boyle, for the remainder of July, we have a sideways fluctuating decline that precedes a significant rally. So this decline, I would look for us to go below the 30 mark on the RSI. And when we're below the 30 mark, I would start accumulating. I wouldn't buy it all at once. I'd buy a little bit because you might go through it again. If we dip back down again, I would add to it. If we don't and we just go higher, big deal. You're happy anyways. All right, guys, with that said, I'm going to roll. Just want to remind everybody we've got that ultimate subscription package offer on up for sale right now. It's a one-time, one person only. So the first person to get it's first come, first serve, and then it's gone. Really will help out the channel because the channel definitely needs some support. We got some good support, but we still need a little bit more for this month, and that will really put us in a great situation for some time. Probably through retrograde completely. And so that the last time we sold it, it went in 6 hours. So hopefully the same thing will happen. But if you don't know what that is, it's the lifetime subscription to everything. You never have to pay a subscription fee at Tarot for Traders again. Even if we put up new subscriptions, you have access with this ultimate access. It's an honorary kind of thing. All right, guys. And as always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. Super important. You do so here on the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders. 5% of the profits donated forward to one of these charities. 5% of the profits donated back to the channel. If you're international, use Wise, use crypto. And it leaves you with 90%. Way more than a stockbroker would leave you with. Way more than an analyst. I mean, they get paid whether or not you make money. You know, so 90%, make sure to spend it out of love. As long as you follow those rules, the universe considers you an angel investor. It's going to send it back to you tenfold for following through. You'll also get an invite to our angel investor Discord channel. Blessings to all my angel investors.